Hey Camp, this is Coach Olivia, and this is part 2 of our video for Shotput. Okay, so again, just to recap, you just need your Shotput that you created in the first video, and now we're going to talk about our lower half of our body. Okay, so right now you probably don't need your Shotput, so we're going to put that down, and now I'm going to talk about your feet. So right now I have 2 different colored shoes on just to show the difference of what my feet may look like and how it might look like for you, okay? So to start, again, I am right-handed, so again, our feet should be shoulder width apart. Right now, I am facing towards the camera, okay? That would be perfect. My feet are shoulder width apart, excuse me, and I am facing towards the camera. What I'm going to do next is, because we don't project the Shotput facing forward, we actually turn in a different direction, turn our hips, and use our hips to put the Shotput, okay? So, for the explanation, I'm going to move to the right. So I'm going to turn clockwise to the right. If you are left, you're going to turn to the left, okay? So, for this video, I'm going to turn to the right. All right, one direction. Now, my shoulder, if I point to the left with my left hand, if I point to the left, that is where I was. Okay, that's where I squared up before I turned. Okay, so my left shoulder should be pointing towards the direction of where our measuring tape is and where we're going to be throwing. Okay, might seem a little bit weird at first, but that's okay. I'll talk you through it. So, when we are turned, what we're actually going to do is, I'm going to put the camera down so you can see the difference of my shoes. Okay, I have a left black shoe and a gray right shoe. So basically what my feet are going to do is they're shoulder width apart. My left black shoe is going to go back a couple inches. So my left foot is going to be behind me just a couple inches, not a lot. And my right foot is just going to go out a little bit, of expanding that shoulder width apart. Okay, so just a little bit more. Next, what we're going to do is we're now going to go into our stance for our upper body, just like we practiced in the first video. So we're going to have our Shotput, we're going to use our fingertips to push it into our neck, having our armpit 90 degrees on our right arm. If it's your left, it's on your left side. So then I'm going to be facing towards where my feet are pointing to currently. All right, so to the right. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn my hips. We're not moving our feet at all. Our feet are grounded, just like they're glued to the ground. You can't move them. We're going to turn our hips where in the direction of where we want to project the Shotput or throw it, where we were standing previously. So let's do that again. So our Shotput's in our neck, and we're going to turn our hips open to the direction of our measuring tape. And then that is when we use our upper body to project the Shotput, okay? So in this case, the Shotput is going to be projected from our neck in that direction, okay? So when the finished product, you shouldn't be having your fingers pointed upwards. They shouldn't be turning. You should keep that elbow up and project and keep like you're pushing something away, and then your fingers should be flicking out to the right if you're throwing with your right hand. It's okay if you don't get it at first. It takes a couple tries, and that's okay. So the thing to keep in mind when you're throwing it with your upper body is to keep your arm in this 90-degree angle with your elbow up and your 90 degree on your armpit. Sorry. So as I turn, right, I'm about to throw. So I use my left arm, I open up, and then my right arm is projecting that Shotput, and I'm projecting it off of my neck, and that is my finished product, okay? That is when I let go of my Shotput, and I measure how far it has gone, okay? 2 ways you can do this for measuring, okay? We can already have the measuring tape out and kind of taped straight forward of where we're projecting the Shotput. You can have it taped to the ground or having something heavy to hold it down. I would suggest maybe a cone or something that kind of helps us to figure out our marker, where we're starting, okay? And then find a cone for the ending, because sometimes we might be throwing further, so that's another indication of where we can start the tape again. Okay, so again, we can have it taped down already, like from the start and the finish, and then we can walk along the line and figure out where our shot put went. Or what I think might be a little bit easier and a little bit more accurate is we can still have the start, so where it's the start of number 1, we can start taping that down, but walk with our measuring tape and figure out where our shot put landed and kind of bring it to the shot put. Again, it might be longer than we expect. We might be throwing it further than this, and that's okay. In that case, we can go find our shot put and then figure out how far from our distance of our measuring tape it is. Okay. Again, if the measuring tape is something you do not want to use, we can also use our feet to measure. So what I would do is we can start where we start throwing, and then put your feet down, and then put your other foot in front of the front of your foot, and keep going and going and going, just using the measuring of your feet all the way to the shot put. So usually your foot is a little bit less than a foot, so the calculation might be off a little bit, but I would count steps. I would say either the measuring tape numbers, or you can count steps, and we can figure it out that way. Okay, and this is the end of video 2.